Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Metroid, and last time we fought the Golden Chorizo statue, got the screw attack, and got some other expansions. I'm gonna go ahead and say real quick that this part is actually... Okay, so something happened with this LP and recordings and everything. Basically, this is being recorded like a week after the last part. And what I did is, when I recorded the last 3 or 4 parts, I was actually recording those all in a row, and I recorded all the way from basically where part, I think 13 left off, all the way to the end. And but what happened is I forgot an expansion somewhere, so it was a missile expansion, and I know exactly where it is. It's back in the wrecked ship. So what happened was I beat the game, but I didn't get 100%. So I felt really discouraged, and I just decided to go back and start from this point and just start re-recording those parts. And it's not a big deal because it'll only take a couple more parts to complete this. I'm saying no more than 3. So, but basically that won't matter to, or that won't really matter about this project or you guys or anything at all, because most of you probably won't notice it. But that's why my item counts might seem a little off and all kinds of other things. So anyway, now that we got the screw attack, we're basically going to take the opposite way of where we went to get that last missile expansion in that one heart-shaped room. And if we go this way, we will pick up a few more expansions, and then we will start heading towards the Guardian of this area. So, this is our second to last energy tank. We will get the last one in, basically after we defeat the last Guardian, in the room after we defeat the last Guardian. So it'll come up really close. So I like this room right here because this room, whenever I think of this song that's playing, the Ridley's Hideout song, I always think of this room right here because it's like this giant dinosaur head, and then there's the hands and everything below it. It's really creepy. So this must have been built by the Chozo or something. And I believe in the last recordings at some point I actually went and told the whole story about this area and what it actually is, because it's not really... Okay, I'll go ahead and explain it now. I can't remember in what part I did it in the failed recordings, but basically this area is the Space Pirates like main base on ZBs, but it used to be basically the base for the Chozo when they were on this island, or yeah, this island in the sky. No, when they were on this planet, until they just went away and disappeared or did whatever they did. But so that's why you'll see later there's actually Chozo statues, and that's why the Golden Chorizo was here. And the Golden Chorizo was actually I'm assuming it was some kind of thing that the Space Pirates did with the Chozo statue. It's basically, that was basically like a freak form of the Chozo, or just the normal Chorizo statues. Because if you remember, we fought one back in the beginning of the game. So let me make sure I'm not forgetting. I know there's one more missile expansion in here, and it should have been the last one that we got, but I missed one in the wrecked ship, as I said. So, okay, well, let's see. Okay, power bombs. I think we just picked up the last power bomb, too. I'm not sure. No, but we don't have the... Okay, I know where the last missile is, and I kind of just briefly passed it, I think. It's actually back up to this room. it was through like a door that I passed. So, sorry. See, I don't know how in the world I missed that expansion in the wrecked ship. I must have like not been paying attention to my notes or something. And it cost me big time because this LP should have been done by now. I should have had the last few parts uploaded by this point, but I was stupid and didn't really pay attention to my notes like I should have, and then things just kind of went to hell. Okay, yeah, I remember this room. You got these gates that go down when you touch them. Okay, but the last, or what should have been the last, this should have been the last missile expansion, but I fudged up and forgot one in the wrecked ship. So this is not the last missile expansion, but had I shown everything right and had followed my guide, this would have been the last missile expansion. But we will go back and get the one that'll be the last one for us whenever I finish up this area. So, but oh, and another thing, I'm definitely not going to get the perfect ending in this LP, the one that you get if you beat the game in under 3 hours, because when I completed the file, what the hell? I think I was stuck in the ground because I couldn't move the first second. But when I actually completed this and beat the game and got the ending screen and everything, it came out to like 4 hours and like 52 minutes. I don't know how in the world that happened. I know I haven't spent that long playing this file, but that's what it was. So we're not going to get the perfect ending, but I'll showcase them all in the last part, or in a bonus part or something. I'll show you all the endings, even the bad ones. We're not going to get yeah, we'll probably get the worst one actually, but oh well. I mean, I've never 100%ed this game and got the best ending. It's really hard to do unless you completely memorize where every single expansion is. Which, for me right now, I do not know exactly where everyone is. That's why I'm using notes. But, yeah, so, oh well, I guess. That won't happen in any other games. I will try to plan things out before I just start doing it. But I'm finding myself definitely to be planning things out better, and I'm improving in my ways, I guess I'll say. But so we won't be getting the best ending, but that's really not a huge deal for the most part. Okay, so here we go. This is the last power bomb in the game. So basically at this point we have everything except for the last energy tank. Had I followed my notes right and everything, I would have had the last missile, but unfortunately it didn't happen that way. So we have everything except for the last missile and the last energy tank. So, cool beans, cool beans. So, I really don't want to talk about too much about Wind Waker and my other projects and everything. But basically, Wind Waker is going okay. My iPod has broke, so I wasn't able to use my guide. But what I did is I downloaded the app, and then I basically unpacked the files, and in the files of that app, there is the original text files. So basically what I'm doing is I'm reading that, and I'm hoping that the creators of that app don't happen to come along and see this video, and I say that, and they're like, oh, you weren't zipping our file, and oh my goodness. But, you know, that's the only way I can view the app, unless I took my friend's iPod and was viewing it on there, and was like taking notes, but I really don't want to do that. So, but Wind Waker will definitely be done by the end of this year. Probably not every little thing that I want to do with that project will be done, but the actual LP itself will be done. Like, I want to go back and show all the figurines and all that. But okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that because this is not an update video. This is a part of Super Metroid, so I should talk about it. Yeah, so this is the area where you really start to see all the Chozo stuff, which kind of hints to, you know, maybe the Chozo were here at one point. But basically, a theory is that the space pirates came in here and they kicked all the Chozo out, or they killed them, or they did something. But so that's why you see. see Chozo stuff, but no Chozo. Okay, this room, it's very quiet. We got a bird symbol or something of that effect, so that means that this is the room of the last guardian. And holy shit, it's Ridley again. Why? Why do we have to fight you again, Ridley? Please, really? Oh well. I guess we'll just go ahead and kick his ass again. But this time, it's actually a fight to the death. He's not going to run away once we get him down to a certain amount of HP, or he gets us down to a certain amount of HP. So let me go ahead and give you his stats and everything. That I'm going to pause it that way I don't want to say it. He has 1,800 HP, 1,000, or 18,000 I guess. He has 18,000 HP, which makes him basically the strongest enemy in the game as far as HP goes. Charge beam shots will do 900 damage, missiles will do 100, super missiles will do 600 damage, and he is one of the only guardians that can be hit with power bombs. And if you do happen to use a power bomb and he blinks twice, it means he's took damage twice, and power bombs will do 200 damage per hit. His body will do 40 damage if he hits you, his fireballs will do 15, and his tail will do 30. So not really that many threatening attacks. He shoots fireballs, he moves around, he tries to hit you with his tail. Occasionally he'll grab you, but he doesn't whack you with his tail like Dragoon would have done if I had actually fought Dragoon the manly way. But what I like to do is basically just hit Ridley with everything that I have. Power bombs, or not. I wouldn't recommend using power bombs, but super missiles, missiles when you run out. Okay. And if you have to, use charge shots, because but charge shots aren't the quickest or most efficient way to take out a boss, but they usually do the most damage out of everything. So in this fight, Ridley is going to get redder the more damage he takes, and there's like two ways to know he's getting ready to die. Like, he will either just pick you up and hover for a few seconds, or he will just like start going berserk with everything. But we'll see that when it happens. Okay. So go ahead, die, 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 die. Oh, and this is actually the last fight with the real Ridley in any Metroid game. I think that maybe the one in the other M is real. Actually, that one is just a clone. Oh, jeez, he's not dead yet? Okay. Come on, Ridley. Okay, there we go. He's dead. I almost died in that fight. That's surprising. But anyway, he explodes and dies. And this is the last time you fight the actual Ridley that killed Samus's parents. I mean, you fight Ridley in Metroid Fusion, but that is just an X-Parasite. Baby Metroid? Baby Metroid? Energy tank? But no Baby Metroid. Ridley had captured him and brought him to this room, but now he's gone. And I just ruined the moment by scratching my head. That sucks. Yeah, so you get to this room, and this is where the Baby Metroid is supposed to be. But, as we can see, it's gone. So, the only thing we can do is grab our last energy tank and collect our bearings. And move on. But anyway, as I was saying, the Metroid the Ridley that you fight in Metroid Fusion is just an X-Parasite that's copied its DNA from somewhere. I don't know when in the world that happened. And then the Ridley you fight in Other M, which takes place after this, is just a clone of its DNA that the space pirates made. So, but basically, every Ridley you fight, from the original Metroid all the way, and this is going by the actual timeline, the chronology of it, not when the games were released. But every Ridley that you fight in the original Metroid, Super Metroid, Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. That's all. Those are all the actual Ridley that killed Samus's parents. So he just keeps appearing. But after Super Metroid, you kill Ridley, and then when Planet Zebes explodes at the end, spoilers, that's actually the end of Ridley. So, except for the X-Parasite clone and the clone that the Space Pirates make. But, so, yeah, I always thought that the Ridleys that you fight in the Metroid Prime series were just fakes or something, but they're actually real. So, and when you think about this Ridley fight was practically nothing to some of the other ones. Like, Metroid Prime 3, in that one part where you're fighting, where Ridley's basically carrying you down a shaft, and it is about to, like, just splatter you at the bottom, and he's, like, scraping you up against the wall and everything. That's a very intense fight, because you have to kill Ridley or take his health down to a certain point before he gets you down to the bottom, or else he will kill you. So that's definitely a very intense fight. But this one was just nothing. It's just shoot Ridley and kill him. But I mean, there was limited possibilities for this game anyway. But okay, so let's go ahead and look at our map. We need to get out on Norfair, get to the wrecked ship, get the last missile tank, and then get to... Basically, the only place we can go now is the golden statues, because if you remember, those actually look like we had to do something with them, and I mentioned before that something happens every time you defeat a Guardian, which is why you have to fight all the Guardians. So what we're going to do is go back there and see what's going to happen. So let's pick a good way out of here. I think that if we take this room right here with the big dragon face in it, and then get all the way to the top, we can go through that one false wall, and we will be able to continue from there and get out of Norfair, because now we are completely done with everywhere else in the game except for the wrecked ship and the golden statues. But I'm not really angry that I fudged up with this project a little bit. It doesn't really bother me too much. It still went really well as far as everything else about it, but you know, so really I'm not too upset. It could have gone a whole lot worse. Something could have happened to a file or something bad like that, but fortunately nothing happened like that, so this is okay. But anyway, once we get up here, we will find this room right here, and this room will actually loop around to an area that we've been to previously. You could get to this room from the area that I'm going to show you, or the area that we're going to get to. You could get to this room, but you couldn't get very far because those walls you have to screw attack into, and yeah, you can't really get through those. But this is basically the room where we got the wave beam. So if you kind of think, just picture in your mind from here to basically where Criteria is and everything, you can basically know where I'm going. So I'm half tempted just to meet you at Criteria, but I don't want to do that, really, because I don't like not showing something. But what I will do is get out of Norfair in this part and just keep talking, because the next part is going to be the last part. I will keep everything in. I mean, I'm not going to do 2 final parts. I'm just going to do 1 final part. So the next part might be a little long, but it'll be basically the favorite part of the game for a lot of people. So that really doesn't bother me too much. But okay, so I think, okay, here's my plan with LPs, and I'm sorry, this part is turning out to be more of a update catch-up video than an actual part of this game, and I'm really sorry about that. I need to stop doing that, because that's one of my flaws. That's one thing I tend to do a lot. And I don't remember who this was, but there was a decent-sized LPer that was actually, they made a video and you could put a response to it, and they would basically watch it and review it and tell you what you're doing wrong. And I forget who it was. I think it might have been Dark-Minded Sith or someone else. But whoever it was said that basically everything was good. My commentary was okay. Things with the game went well, but they said that I should stop talking about other projects and current stuff, because your LP videos are supposed to be LP videos, not update videos. But, you know, what can you... excuse me, sometimes I just, you know, I get in that mood where I just want to talk, and there's not really a lot to talk about with the game, so I just talk about stuff. So... anyway, I'm just going to take this way up through Redburn Star, and it'll put us basically where the wrecked ship is. I could get that expansion in this part, but I don't think I really want to do that. Oh, crap. How am I going to do this? I hate going through the shaft with the screw attack. Here's what I'll do. I'll do that, and then get through this space before it closes. Okay, there we go. But... actually, you know what? I'll save my next LP plans for like an update video. Ooh, I'm in my screw attack inside of the Samus Eater's mouth. That was disgusting. Ugh. Oh crap. Ugh. That should have like killed the man eater. I wish you could do that. Like if you screw attacked and it ate you, it like started like destroying it from the inside out. That'd be really cool. Okay, but I think what I'll do, just, that spike is still going, and I get hit by it. That sucks. But I think I'll do an update video sometime soon. Basically, I'll do it after I finish this, talking about my next LP plans and what things are going to happen between, or how things are going to happen between now and the end of the year. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and end this part here, and next time we will finish this game by going and getting the final missile tank that I forgot, and we will go to the final boss. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.